Make sure. Okay, they're in there. All right, let's go. Let's see what the water looks like today. We had a thunderstorm or two flow through, so is it high? Is it low?
Better, better, Ma.
You want to go that way?
Yeah.
Don't tie her up yet.
Yeah, man.
Huh? Yeah, it's still morning. Let's see what our spot looks like over here. Oh, yeah. I think it was too late to use the mics, but we could try.
My, did you?
I didn't plug in the mics. You think it's too late?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't need it last time. It was more windy.
Well, now I gotta hold it. That's why I was saying. I was gonna try and pop a squat somewhere, guys. How you doing? Come on in. Pull one of these out first. Come here. Look it up there. And then we'll do this part.
Might be some interference.
Might be some interference. Can someone put a 1, 2, 3 in the chat to let me know you can hear you?
Should be on.
Joe motherfucking Cool. Hi there, man. How you doing? So I'm gonna set you up with a nice view. I think. You know what? The mic thing will keep me from doing that. You can hear me? Nice. I bet it is afternoon there, huh? We're down by the river where we like to come. There we go.
Molly, do it.
Pretty view, right?
Good, Roger. Good, Joe.
It's called Tempest Creek, but it's a little bigger than a creek and a lot smaller than a river. Thank you, Madafsar. Did I say that right?
Mom,
Isn't it beautiful? It's so spring. No, so
You didn't bring a breakfast.
yeah, and only when it's super cool and we know the rattlesnakes aren't out, okay? So he wants to go through all of that. And we're all like, oh, no, no, no. Snakes like to hide in places.
Ticks everywhere.
There are ticks. There are ticks. So let me find a spot that's good for you so you can see everything. Oh, you want to see Molly? Molly! Hi, Molly. She's our dog that likes lemons. If you haven't seen the short, go look at the short. She'll take a lemon and just start eating it.
Are you my lemony girl?
Thanks for saying hi. Come on in. Let's see. I don't. No, that's not going to be it. On a search for a good spot for you guys. I thought that holder would work, but all right, Hotboxing is going to try for you guys. How are we going to see who's chatting?
No, just find stuff. I'll just fucking hold it.
Oh, she'll just hold it, guys. She'll read the chat for me. How's that? Yeah. Have a seat. Oh, you brought your weights too? Yeah. You going to do some exercises here?
No.
How's everybody doing today? It is beautiful in Colorado. It actually feels like spring because we got sweaters on.
Probably get hot later.
86, they said. That means for my hilltop, it'll probably feel at least 90. We had a fun morning. What happened this morning, you guys?
What happened?
What happened this morning?
Oh, yeah, we ran out of gas.
We ran out of gas.
Mammon. Baby, baby, tattoo.
Yeah, they did. But that's what happens when you have a new car and you're not quite sure
Puppy.
how far you got when the gas light come on. We found out today.
It's not far.
No, it's far. We were only like maybe 4 miles short. But luckily, a kind, nice young lady decided to ask me if I needed a ride. And I said yes, because it was a nice young lady. Anybody in chat? Well, how'd your morning go? You got anything interesting to share?
We almost had 18 people watching.
I know. I lost another friend.
Yeah.
It's called the Republic disease. The person you voted for is making you feel like an ass. You treat everybody else that way. Isn't that nice? Anybody else have that experience? Not just the Republicans. When Democrats are in control. I'm not sure. This has happened only under Trump. So right now, yeah, we're going to blame him. Somebody asked me, well, how is he to blame? And I told him it was a sociological conundrum that would take books to explain.
You might have picked your side, but they're all teams playing the same game.
Beating up people verbally.
No, I mean like literally the political parties are all playing the same game. Doesn't matter what side you choose, it's still football, dude.
Well, it's actually worse than that. I don't know anybody on a football team that cares whether... Oh, it's Molly.
Bye.
My dog's trying to trip me.
I-
Keep the $1,000 phone.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's use a better example. When you're running a race, you're not thinking about what the spectators are saying. And that's what's going on in politics. They're running their race. They're doing their thing. I agree with people. All the other parties that had any kind of control didn't let any information out. Didn't tell any of us anything so that we could make an educated decision. We're all in the same boat in that category, yet people at the front of the boat want to yell at the people at the back of the boat that it's their fault. Or vice versa. People at the back of the boat yelling at the front of the boat. You know what I mean.
We lost almost all our viewers except for one. We only got one like. That's fun.
I don't even care anymore.
People just hate politics. I hate politics.
No.
I'm not adverse.
No, so I'm going to say this really loud.
Yo, your microphone's loud, remember?
People hate the truth. People really hate the truth. This gentleman was having a discussion with me, and when I put up a video of statements of the person we were discussing so that there would be no confusion, he didn't want to no longer have a discussion. So this is nothing about truth. I mean, everybody knows the truth, and no one's doing anything. Welcome to my life. That's what I had happen to me as a child. Everybody knew the truth, and no one did anything. And you know, I don't talk to any of those people anymore. Because they're victim blamers. They're hypocrites.
Stupid.
I had someone who's on Social Security. I am physically disabled. My son has a genetic disorder. I'm not sure why this other person was on Social Security, but told me that if I didn't like the president, I could give back the money. And I'm like, wait a second. When it comes to me personally, it's the money I personally put into disability. So I'm not taking something that I haven't worked for in my life or that any of you haven't worked for in your life. People who are working that act like people who are on Social Security legitimately are somehow robbing. Did you find out how to type?
I'm putting up a quiz.
Oh, heck yeah, nice. So the people who are working are thinking that the people on Social Security are somehow robbing the government. No, they're not. There's someone robbing the government in front of your eyes, but because you politically affiliate with them, you're all for it. Well, when push comes to shove, because he's not going to be around forever, and when the opposing sides go back and fix and undo some of these terrible things that are being done, you're going to want us to feel sorry for you then?
So the question is, tell us a time where you didn't join the bandwagon.
Excellent question. Excellent question. Let's see if I can think of a time I didn't join the bandwagon. Let's see. I didn't get a smartphone until 2011. Even though they were available, I didn't want to pay the cost. I didn't want to pay the what is that? The contract that they insisted everyone have. Me and your dad really like prepay stuff because that came with it still came with hidden things, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I just had a security update, and I have been complaining on 2 different social medias how Samsung, specifically, I can't even tie this to my actual phone company, so I won't mention them, allows games to be downloaded on your device without your knowledge. And I've been deleting games for 4 years, 5 years. I think around that time is when I got with the company I have. And I've been deleting games this whole time. Games I've never played, games I never wanted to play, sometimes 3 or 4 at a time. And today, after last night's update, there is an artist studio on my phone. Guess what? I can't delete it. All I can do is disable it. So you tell me, after paying $2,000 for a piece of equipment, what right does the company have to download things on my phone that is not that didn't ask for my permission? First. How can we live in a free country if all of these algorithms and electronic institutions forcing things upon us? How are we any different than any other country, really? How are we different from China or North Korea if they're forcing apps upon us on our phone to destroy the phone? This is for no other reason but to destroy the phone. I'm now I'll be 1 year of the contract of this phone left. This is what happened with my last phone, Samsung also. 1 year prior to the contract being completed, they start downloading things on our phones that were unacceptable. How can we stop that? There's a lot of tech wizards out there, and I don't hear any of them talking about this. You purchase a phone, you buy it legitimately, and they're forcing you. to have these apps on your phone that you're not giving approval for? Oh, it didn't go to you. I know they're not pushing me out. I pissed somebody off. I don't give a shit.
Beat you.
I looked up actual attacks upon our Constitution because these people keep telling me that they're fighting for my freedom. So I'm actually looking for where they fought for my freedom to understand where they're coming from. So I go ahead and put it in Google. Yeah, I know Google's controlled. I know it's all manipulated, but listen, just listen. The answer that Google gave me was Boston Tea Party times and January 6th time. No other time. It didn't mention 9/11. It didn't mention any of these what do they call these homegrown attacks? Domestic terrorists.
Yes.
They don't mention them either. The only thing I mentioned was Boston Tea Party and January 6th attack. So whoever writes for Google or whatever that is considers January 6th an attack against our Constitution. That's domestic terrorism, and the dude that you love so much is paying for domestic terrorism. I bet you he promised this back then. I'm going to get in again, and you know what? I'm not only going to pardon you, I'm going to pay you. And we're seeing it happen in front of our eyes, but I'm the idiot who loses friends? Yo, it ain't no loss if you support a pedophile, if you support a rapist, if you support someone who said these words. She thought it was cool she got raped. I think she liked it. No loss to me. I now know who I'm dealing with. So what loss is there when you know the truth? There is no loss in truth. It might hurt your feelings for a hot minute, but there really is no loss in truth. People show their true colors. I take them for it, right? Wouldn't you take someone like you're young, so you don't know a shit ton of people, right?
Nope.
So as like let's use the latest county fair you went to a couple years ago.
All right.
Was there anyone that you met first time face front that you 100% trusted?
No.
Is there anyone that you met that you felt any distrust for?
Everybody.
Why is that?
I'm mixed woman.
And do you think
People fucking suck, and I'm a target demographic for a lot of crimes.
demographic for a lot of crimes are in 2026? How are our young people feeling like they're a target for a crime in the United States where we have police, not just police, city police, county police, state police, federal police, watching out for us? Why do our young feel that we live in a predatory society? Can anybody answer that? Is there anybody bold enough in the chat or viewing this can answer that in any way? Why in 2026 are our young people feeling like we live in a predatory society? Now, there's going to be a whole bunch saying, no, we don't. I go do a spring break in Florida all the time. You know what? All these things that you all have to say, someone's died in the area and you just don't want to be aware of it. What's the statistic for rape?
So, I don't know off the top of my head. 1 in 6 or 1 in 5 or something?
1 in 6 or 1 in 5?
think that's for all women.
Well, autism is 1 in 133 or something along them lines. It was like 127 when my son was born. So you have a better chance of getting violated than you do of having autism? Whoo-hoo-hoo. See, when you sit down and think about the facts, because I think a lot, and I run through facts, I make sure they're facts, I make sure that what I'm thinking or believing is not a feeling. 1 in 5, 1 in 6, and the statistics at least 20 years ago, so, we can look this up and see that it probably has changed. Maybe it's 1 in 100, maybe 1 in 75 that get autism. It's not 1 in 5 or 1 in 6. I don't care. They're probably shadow banning me because I'm not a Kool-Aid drinker. I'm proudly not a Kool-Aid drinker. I'm proudly on my own 2 feet even after walking a mile. It hurts. Not calling AARP. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doing life legitly face to face, in all honesty. We don't lie to ourselves. We don't say the pigs don't need to eat today, do we?
No.
We don't let computers feed them either. When we need electricity, what do we have to do? Hotboxing?
Wait for the sun to come out?
Or remove the panel, unplug this, that, the other thing. It's done by our hand. So we think about our food every day. We think about our energy needs every day. We think about our animals' needs every day. This is what it's like to actually live, is when you think of all these things every day. Before electricity and all of that, all around the world, people had to think of this stuff every day. And yep, there's convenience, so you don't have to think of it. You can write a check to the electric company, stop at the convenience store and get a coffee before you go to work because you didn't want to take the time to make one. I get it. I've taken sociology. I understand. I also took social problems, so I'm really clear on what I'm seeing going on in the world. And people would rather be asleep.
You talked about today's topic and really quick today.
Huh?
But I think I'm going to change it to what obsession does to the human psyche. Because really, all centering yourself around one at the moment is obsession.
Check it out. The same endorphins that make people rich are the same endorphins that make them drug addicts.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Everybody gets their good feeling from outside their body. And that's not the way life works. When you're alone and there's nothing to make you feel good, what's going to happen? You're just going to lay down and cry yourself to sleep and hope you never wake up again? Because that's pretty dang sad.
Pretty much.
Isn't that pretty sad? Can you go get that? Give me. Yep, I did it. Gandalf is in the water. Gandalf is in the water. Don't get wet, please. You can see her, so... Please don't get wet. It's chilly. She saved it. She's awesome. Hotboxing saves the day to hotbox again. I can't believe that. That's why I like our other side. We're actually more attentive on the other
Yeah, that's only
side.
because they're slanted down and falling off.
Yeah, just let it drip out. I'll have a smoke. I can't believe everybody tell me how shameful that was to drop Gandalf in the water. Oh, that's right. There's nobody watching, so it doesn't really matter. That's cool. I didn't need, and my kids didn't need anyone to entertain them. So now it shouldn't be any different, you know?
Well,
So we'll just entertain ourselves. So I'm pretty sure the water's going to stay this color until they're done in the fall with agriculture.
yeah, it clears up in the winter real nice.
Yeah, it does. Beautiful, even. Molly keeps playing Ring Around the Rosie with our feet in the leash. Hi, Malls. So she look great. All the pups survived. What's today? Friday?
Yes. Think so.
Oh, everybody's out cashing their check, I imagine.
While watching someone else's shitty life.
That's all right.
The problem as an artist is in this day and age, it don't matter what talent you have.
You see a whole bunch of people on YouTube and all these other social
Sitting there
medias.
talking. They don't hold interesting conversation. They can't even doodle. Can't even show us gameplay. It's so boring. Like,
Well, that one chick that we were watching put her gameplay behind the message she was trying to give, remember?
yeah, that's the industry standard right now, is you keep us entertained while you talk. You can't do that basic shit. What the fuck, man?
There's so much convenience in the world that people are now understimulated and they're going to social medias and stuff to be stimulated. So if you don't have the bells, the whistles, the lights, the music, this, that, the other thing, somebody to argue with, they lose attention really quick,
Yeah.
which is really sad. Our human brains really not meant to be in neutral stasis for so long that you don't have to think of things.
I can't believe you dropped that pipe in the river.
I can't believe I dropped Gandalf in the river, you guys.
At least it wasn't the grinder.
It was not the grinder, the dog, or the daughter. How about that?
What about the sun?
Or the sun. The sun wasn't dropped in the water either, right?
How you doing, son?
He's mad. It's all right. We were hoping to see Voy go live yesterday, but he must be having fun in Spain.
I thought he was in Greece.
Oh, I'm sorry. Going to Greece. That's right.
Gonna go have some lamb.
Oh, I wonder if he's gonna have a is it a gyro or a gyro? A
What?
gyro or a gyro?
Hope he doesn't get smited.
Yeah.
Zeus might be mad. I bet Zeus is like, what is this Christian Jewish God shit? I threw lightning. I had abs. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's freaking funny. It's funny how they say in the book that God can't fit in the book, and they try to put God in the book.
Many books
Many books.
of all different kinds.
All different kinds of books.
God damn it.
What?
All that effort to dry the pipe off and grab the grinder, sit down, and left the shit over there. What were they saying on our cookie show yesterday? That sounded like this?
Mamanja?
Mamanjua or something?
Mamanjua, I think.
Girl. She tried to eat that.
I know, she's goofy. Well, I hope you're enjoying being by the river with us. We enjoy it. You know, we don't think of politics. We don't think of troubles. We don't think of problems.
I think I'm having a better
I think so many
Yeah.
people need to just stop and neutralize themselves near the water.
You can't wait for lake time.
Almost lake time. Couple more weeks because it's still cool. Still pretty cool. I bet you the water's really cold.
And I wanted to get full before we go. But I think going to the lake would be fun with this new microphone.
Oh yeah, it will be. We just set it down and they can watch us. And
Yeah. Well, they can hear us finally. Every time we go there, it's loud.
true. That's true. Well, I could float on the water being tethered to the land and still talk to you guys. That would be fun. I'd say put number 1 in the chat if it would be fun, but it's just me and hotboxing just chatting away.
Thinking of our summer plans.
Thinking of ourselves instead of other people that want us to think about them.
Although I do, and don't get me wrong, I will be the meanest person possible.
We think about your dad, right?
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
He's just a Mexican guy. Leave him alone. I think that
They come and they go, and they come and they go. That's the state of the attention of the, at least the United States. I don't know about other countries. In other countries, they're just laying on their beds having their freaking YouTube record them sleeping. I don't know what the deal is with that either.
life.
No, thank you. My bedroom's private.
People are really desperate to make money sometimes. And, you know, they sit down with themselves and be like, do I have this boundary? And then sometimes they go, no, I don't.
Well, that's the thing with credit cards is they extend a boundary that doesn't exist. This is what I taught my kids is unless it's a big purchase and you're prepared to make those payments, credit cards is just us feeding into this social system that's not sustainable. It is for the rich. I mean, I want to call them addicts. They're all addicts. The rich and the money and the drugs, the sex and the buying and they're all addicts.
Like I said, today's key topic is obsession.
Obsession. Are you guilty of that at some point?
Put that over there.
I didn't get guilty about living in Colorado. I didn't get obsessed about living in Colorado until I lived in Colorado.
Obsession's a bad thing. If you're just happy,
Well, no, there's a flip side to everything. So I was obsessed with the first few years with learning the history, learning the waterways, learning all these things.
As the outside perspective to what was going on, from my perspective, you just had an interest. Obsession would be like, yeah, it was super annoying. Every time you went out, it was something about Colorado history. That's not the truth. You were just learning, being interested in this area. Obsession is bad shit. It's always bad shit. It's the evil opposite of interest. If you're obsessed about making art, then you don't eat, you don't sleep, you don't treat the people in your lives right. You're just doing art because you're obsessed with it. If you have an interest in art, you do art when it calls for it, but you still have many different facets of your life that's important. Obsession about money or sex or envy has been the downfall of every society. And one day it'll be the downfall of this one. People are obsessed right now with getting views.
Hey, 250 years as a country, and it's the end of May, and we're not hearing anything except from people like us that are actually talking about it. Like, this is not a great celebration. Not this year. People aren't happy. Hell, our first lady has a popularity percentage of negative 12%. How do you get a negative 12% popularity number?
I'm not xenophobic, but she's not fucking American. And that's why she's so unpopular. I don't care where you're from.
Well, she wore
This is
jackets that said things like "I don't care."
This is the
So
one job that requires pure-blooded Americans. The one job. Pick any other fucking job. This is the one role that you should only be American in. And that's where I'll fucking die on a
hey,
hill.
no, I like that. I know we're gonna go back down to zero views here in a second, but and believe me, if you're a Republican and you want to correct me, tell me, isn't Trump the son of a woman who was an illegal immigrant?
That's a rhetorical question. Don't bother me with your bullshit. No. Google it once.
I'm just saying, like, he's talking about policies that include himself, and I don't know who his aide who's writing for him, who's on her knees for him. I don't know what that person's thinking about, but people are like, oh, well, all his kids should leave. Well, yeah, because then he would have to leave because he's the son of an illegal immigrant. I'm Puerto Rican. My kids are Mexican. I'm half white. I don't know if that person came here illegally or not. I tracked them back to like, I have to look again. Mid to late 1700s? No, it had to be later than that. Maybe mid to late 1800s. But I can only track them to the shore of this country. I couldn't track them backwards from there because all that app wanted was money, money, money. And
So basically, we didn't settle this country.
no,
Therefore, even our white hat is still an immigrant.
no, the clause here is legal or illegal. So in the beginning, it had to be straight up legal. You're coming into, hold on. Ellis Island in New York. You're coming into Norfolk, Virginia. No one's getting across the ocean without the powers that be knowing about it. You know what I'm saying? There was no one that came here legally, of course. There's no one that the indigenous approved to come settle their lands. That's not the point we're making, though. The point we're making is, I'm pretty sure I read it's a fact that Trump's mother was an illegal alien.
Yeah.
Whether she did the stuff or not to be American, I don't think is what Trump's talking about. Trump's talking about birthright citizenship, which means you're born here, you're a citizen here. So he's born here of an illegal mother, and he's trying to end birthright citizenship.
The dementia is wearing his brain.
It's gotta be.
I just feel like we have the most un-American motherfucker in office right now. I don't care if you thought it was funny in 2016. I don't care if you want to become rich one day, so you want to secure this distant possible future. I don't care.
Well, what happened in 2016 or 2017, 2018, really? Wait a minute. Wait, let me get my dates right. What happened in 2020 was he gave people money. He kissed all their asses, made them so friendly. He hasn't done it since then. That's 6 years ago. And they're still counting on this guy having their backs. Ask the farmers. Ask the cattle ranchers if they feel like he's got his back. We have a land this big and we're buying beef from Argentina and then sending it to China to get processed to send back to here. If I had to go by my stomach before it ever got back here, I wouldn't be able to eat it because I can't eat things that contain bacteria of any kind. I can't eat yogurt, nothing like that. So if I were to only eat beef, then I'd have to wait for it to be shipped from Argentina to China to here, because we know China's doing all our processing, and I don't know how that happened either. And it doesn't matter, Republican, Democrat, whoever let it happen, asshole.
We want to keep American money in American rich people's pockets. And the best way to do that is cheap labor.
Well, if shit hits the fan and ships aren't moving, you better pick up a knife and figure out how to process an animal, because after what we've been through in the last 2 years, I'm surprised I got a ride to the gas station. Super surprised. I live in a rich state. They can't stand seeing poor people. In their mind, all poor people are homeless, downtrodden people. And you know what? When I researched Colorado, it doesn't say that anywhere. It doesn't say that anywhere. You don't find out till you move places what kind of air of people are living there. All I know is when I go home, I'm very happy not to have people around me. To hear the military shooting munitions is very frustrating. To see them light a fire and smell it in my house is frustrating.
You have to go 35 miles an hour down the 95 highway. Because of this stupid fucking tomboy.
I passed them the other
Why
day.
they only gotta go 35?
I don't know. I don't understand it either.
Why can't they? It's a long ass fucking road.
It's a 130-mile road with no town in between. The mileage is, the speed limit is 65 miles an hour. Because it's not a dirt road, it's a country highway. 65 miles. No, I come from places that a country highway wouldn't be going 65 either. But it does here.
What was the one that we turned on the Catlett Road on?
46
What's the speed limit on that one?
and 55 miles an hour. M24, 55 miles an hour. If you go to New York, their country highways are 55 miles an hour, and I don't think it's changed. It's only the West here that in Michigan, when I moved to Michigan in 2001, 70 miles an hour on the highway, and I'm like, let me move as far away from the highway as possible, because I don't want to have to take that coming from a state of going 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that's like most of the East Coast. So I drove through New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. What's next? Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, Florida. Driven all down there up West Virginia, get to Michigan, like 70. Woo! I don't think I can go that fast, and I didn't. I stayed in the right lane. Tops I did was 60. Because back home, that's pushing it and you're risking a ticket.
I don't think it's safe. Speed to drive even.
Mm-mm.
When they're driving death machines, so have a little more care.
Right. The world hates truth tellers. All us truth tellers know that. You stupid algorithms, you stupid reactions, none of that makes truth tellers stop being truth tellers. You could be a Karen to our face one day. The next morning we're going to wake up and we're still going to be the same truth tellers. Because we've learned not to absorb that scenario from the people around us. And then that makes them mad too, because we don't absorb it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have business to do. The algorithm didn't make this fun. If you listen to it later, thank you. We appreciate it.
If you don't, fuck off.
And if you're a Republican,
Fuck off.
you support pedophiles,
Your own party threw
thieves,
that man away. Am I
robbers.
wrong?
You're letting this man steal from the American taxpayers
That's it.
all around you, and you put a smile on your face. Right now, there's a story going around on Facebook that a woman has video proof that would force Trump to resign. first I'm like, do it. But now I've seen it for a few days, so the person hasn't done it. I'm just sick and tired of this whole system and this whole society. I'm going to get me some water. I'm going to go home. I'm going to have me a great few days, and I hope you do too.